Listen closely, because what I'm about to share isn't the usual dating advice you hear online. Most men think attraction is about pickup lines, flashy cars, or big money. But women notice something entirely different. It's not about the loud moves. It's about the quiet, subtle gestures that slip under the radar. The ones that leave her thinking about you hours, even days, after you've walked away. And here's the truth. Most guys never realize how powerful these gestures are. But today, I'm breaking them down one by one so you can use them instantly. If you stay with me till the end, I'll even show you how these small signals can change the way women see you forever. 1. Holding strong eye contact, triangle gaze. Most guys underestimate this. They think glancing away quickly makes them look polite or worse. They avoid eye contact, altogether out of nerves. But here's the psychology. Holding her gaze for just a second longer than usual makes you unforgettable. Picture this. You walk into a coffee shop. She looks up, your eyes lock, and instead of breaking it instantly, you hold for that extra heartbeat. Not staring her down, but not darting away either. Try this move. Look into her left eye, then her right, then drop your gaze to her lips for half a second before returning to her eyes. This creates a subconscious triangle pattern that stirs emotional tension. Women feel it instantly. And here's where it gets interesting. Watch her response. If she glances down and then back at you, if she tucks her hair behind her ear or bites her lip, you've just created a moment, a spark. This is why confidence isn't about being the loudest guy in the room. It's about being fully present. And when you do this, she'll lean in, hang on your words, and give you her full attention because your eyes told her everything before your mouth said a word. 2. Smiling genuinely, masculine, ha. Laugh, smile. Forget the forced wide grin that screams insecurity. Women can sense fake smiles instantly. What actually drives them crazy is the masculine half smile. That subtle, relaxed smirk that says, I'm comfortable, I'm confident, and I don't need to prove anything. Think about it. When your friend cracks a dumb joke and you can't help but smirk, that's the vibe. Use it when you first see her or when you catch her eye across the room. Even better, after you say something witty or she teases you, hold that smile for just a second before letting it fade. That pause makes your presence magnetic. Women are wired to read emotions in micro-expressions. A genuine half smile shows you're not desperate to please, but you're enjoying the moment. That's attractive. And here's the bonus. If she smiles back instantly or even playfully teases you in return, it means she's locked into your energy. Now you might be thinking, okay, Amelia, but what if I don't have model looks or Hollywood charm? Here's the secret. None of this is about looks. It's about energy, presence, and control. And the next gesture proves it even more. 3. The slow head tilt. This is one of the simplest yet most powerful non-verbal cues. And guess what? Most guys completely overlook it when you're talking to her. Or more importantly, when she's talking, don't just sit there stiff like you're in a job interview. Instead, let your body relax, lean in slightly and tilt your head ever so slowly. Not a dramatic tilt, just subtle enough to show that you're engaged. Why does this work? Because women are experts at picking up signs of attention. A slow head tilt communicates, I'm not just hearing you, I'm actually listening. Picture this. You're at a friend's barbecue, music in the background, casual conversation flowing, she starts telling a story, you tilt your head slightly, eyes steady on her. Instantly, she feels like you're giving her the spotlight in a way most men don't. And here's the kicker. If she leans in towards you or mirrors your movement, she's subconsciously showing alignment. That's attraction. That's connection. Most guys zone out and miss these micro moments. You won't. 4. subtle touch of your own neck or jawline. Now, this one, it's sneaky, powerful. Most men don't even realize they naturally do it when they're thinking. But if you master it intentionally, it becomes magnetic. When you're in deep conversation or even in a quiet pause, let your hand lightly graze your jawline or brush the side of your neck. Don't overplay it. It should look natural, like you're considering what to say next. Here's why it works. Women are biologically tuned to notice the jaw and neck area. Strong jawlines and exposed necks signal confidence and masculinity. By casually drawing attention there, you're triggering something primal. Watch closely when you do it. Her eyes might flicker to your hands or drift toward your neck. And if she starts touching her own neck or playing with a necklace, that's a mirrored attraction response. She's unconsciously matching your vibe. The key is smoothness. No fidgeting, no scratching, just a slow, deliberate touch that sends the signal without a single word spoken. 5. The confident walk. You can say nothing at all and still capture attention the second you walk into a room. Why? Because women notice everything about the way you move. Here's the psychology. Body language tells her more than your words ever will. If you walk in with your shoulders back, chest slightly forward, and head level, your presence speaks before you do. Imagine this, you enter a crowded bar. Most guys shuffle in, staring at their phones, slouching, almost apologizing for taking up space. You move at a steady, unhurried pace. No rush, no hesitation, arms relaxed, stride smooth. That's confidence, that's presence. You're not trying to prove yourself, you already belong. Women glance up, some look twice because your walk says, I know who I am, I don't need to announce it. And here's a secret, you don't need a swagger or some exaggerated macho strut, just own your space. Look ahead like you know exactly where you're going, even if it's just to grab a drink. That alone separates you from 90% of men in the room. Notice the pattern here. None of these gestures are loud, none are flashy. They're quiet, subtle, and yet they cut deeper than words ever could. And the next move, adjusting your clothing, might seem small, but it drives women absolutely wild when done the right way. 6. Adjusting clothing slowly. Adjusting. You've done this before, probably without realizing it. Rolling up your sleeves, straightening your shirt, fixing your collar. But here's where most men miss the gold, the pace. Do it slow, do it with intention. Not in a nervous, fidgety way, but in a calm, deliberate motion. Why? Because women watch how you take care of yourself. Imagine this. You're sitting at a restaurant. Conversation is flowing. You casually roll up your sleeves slowly, revealing your forearms. Or you adjust your watch with smooth precision. Without saying a word, you're signaling, I'm put together, I'm confident, I'm in control. Women's eyes follow hands more than men realize. The way you move them, the way you adjust your clothes, it's a subtle display of self-care and masculinity. Here's a tip. Next time you're entering a party, pause just before you step in, straighten your jacket, smooth your shirt, maybe adjust your watch. Don't rush. Make it part of your rhythm. You'll notice her eyes tracking every move, even if she pretends not to. This is where subtlety beats flash, because confidence is never loud, it's felt. 7. Leaning back casually. Most men make the mistake of leaning forward, hunched and eager, trying to impress. But here's the truth. Attraction doesn't live in tension. It lives in relaxation. When you sit, lean back slightly, rest one arm on the back of your chair. Keep your posture open. Don't cross your arms defensively. Don't curl into yourself. Instead, broadcast ease. I'm comfortable. I belong here. Picture this. You're at dinner with friends. Everyone's crammed in, talking fast. You, on the other hand, lean back, arm draped casually, expression calm. You're not chasing the spotlight. It comes to you. And here's the psychology. Women read this posture as self-assurance. A man who can sit back comfortably is a man who doesn't need to prove his value every second. Watch what happens. If she starts leaning closer to you or even mirrors your posture, you've created gravitational pull. She's drawn into your space without you having to move an inch. The power isn't in doing more, it's in doing less, but doing it with confidence. Now, if you think these are powerful, wait until you hear the next one, because the ability to pause before speaking, not rushing, not scrambling, can flip the script on how women see you. It's subtle, it's simple, but it changes everything about the way you're perceived. 8. The pause before you speak. This one is criminally underrated. Most men rush their words, scramble to fill silence, or talk too fast. But here's the secret. Silence is power. When she asks you a question, don't jump in immediately. Pause for a second. Look at her, maybe even smirk slightly, then answer. That little delay shifts the dynamic completely. Think about it. When you rush, you look nervous. When you pause, you look thoughtful, composed, and in control. The pause builds tension. It makes her lean in, waiting for what you'll say next. This woo. RKS beautifully after a joke too. Say something witty, hold eye contact, let the silence hang for a beat, then deliver your smile. She'll laugh harder, not just because of what you said, but because of how you delivered it. Here's the psychology. Women are constantly evaluating confidence. A man who isn't afraid of silence radiates control, and control is magnetic. 9. Offering your hand or gentle guidance. This isn't about being old-fashioned or cheesy. It's about small protective gestures that trigger something deep in her psychology, safety. Picture this. You're walking through a crowded street. Instead of ploughing ahead, you lightly place your hand at her lower back, guiding her through. Or when she's stepping up a stair, you offer your hand, not making a big deal out of it, just natural. These gestures are subtle but loaded. They say, I'm aware of you. I've got you. I'm leading without being overbearing. And here's the test. If she accepts your hand, doesn't pull away, or even squeezes back, it's a clear sign she trusts you. Attraction is built on trust, and these moments lay the foundation. Done right, it's not controlling, it's respectful, it's confident leadership, and women notice, always. Bonus sign 1, the micro mirror effect. Here's something most men never notice, but women do it all the time when they're drawn to you. It's called mirroring. When you subtly adjust your body language, cross your legs, touch your face, lean back, and she unconsciously copies it. That's not random. That's her brain syncing with yours. Psychologists call it rapport building, but in attraction, it's something much deeper. You can use this to your advantage. Next time you're talking to her, scratch your jaw, lean on your elbow, or sip your drink slowly. Watch closely. If she follows seconds later, you've just unlocked proof of hidden attraction. Why does this matter? Because women don't always say what they feel, but their subconscious always leaks through body language. Mirroring is her way of saying, I feel connected to you, without ever opening her mouth. And here's the advanced move. Once you notice her mirroring you, switch it up. Lean back more or slow your breathing. If she follows, she's locked in. Bonus sign 2, lowering her voice around you. Most men chase flashy signals, but this one, it slips right under the radar, and it's insanely powerful. When a woman is attracted, she naturally softens and lowers her voice when she speaks to you. Not dramatically, but subtly, like she's creating intimacy in a crowded room. Think about it. A woman might be laughing loud with her friends, but the second she turns to you, her tone drops, her pace slows, and suddenly the conversation feels just between you two. That shift is not random, it's primal. Here's the psychology. A lowered voice creates intimacy. It forces you to lean in closer, listen more carefully, and connect on a private level, even in public. And guess what? Women know this works. Pay attention. If she starts speaking softer when addressing you, it's her subconscious pulling you into her world. She's telling you you matter more than the noise around us. Pro tip, match her energy. Slow your own voice slightly. Lower your tone and lean in just a little. That mirroring of intimacy creates a bubble around the two of you, even in a crowded bar, cafe, or party. That's where real attraction grows. So, here's the truth. Attraction has never been about who's the loudest guy in the room or who throws the biggest flex. It's about the quiet signals, the subtle moves she can't ignore. Hold eye contact, smirk with confidence, tilt your head, adjust your clothes slow. Lie, walk like you own your space. And when you pause before speaking or offer your hand, she feels something deeper than words. Most men miss these, but you won't anymore. And if you thought these 9 gestures were powerful, just wait until the next video, because I'll break down 10 secret signs a woman is checking you out even when she thinks she's hiding it. Trust me, once you know them, you'll never miss her signals again. This is Dark Psychology, and I'm Amelia. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with a friend who needs to hear it. Your confidence starts now. Music.